Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Grime 2. Last time we left off, we were here in the Faceless Mountains, and there's definitely something funky going on here. I don't really know what it is, but I kind of want to look around for a second just to see if maybe I can figure out what I'm supposed to be doing here. Yeah, I don't know. I tried looking at this a little bit more. I don't see how to do that. There's clearly some more stuff over there. I tried to figure that out. I came back up here, and this is the area that has that, like, weird marker thing. And I can't seem to get through it, so... don't know what the deal with that is. I think what I want to do at this point... let's go up here and explore a little bit more of this area now. It's been a bit of us doing this, and there could still be some more powers for me to grab, maybe. Possibly. I'm expecting Goel to be the final boss, but like I mentioned, it may be like a true ending kind of thing. So if we like beat the final boss and then there's still more, we can try to go find maybe what we might be missing, but I'm not sure. So, but that area seems like a dead end, and the other areas there's like a few things for us, but I'm still questioning some things because a few of the things I've looked at, it seems like I might need a new power, but I'm not sure. Like there's some areas where it seems like I need to be able to jump possibly even higher than I already am, which is tripping me up. So we're going to go in here, see what's happening in Skyrise, because it's been a minute since we've actually looked into a new area. So let's see what we do over here. This definitely feels very final. There's a lot of weird, like, hermit crab shell looking things. I'm guessing this is where my yes. And then there's one of those right by there. Okay, so that's our map. We know this. Skyrise Blooming Mud. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything back out there. I'm still holding my ability to respec like one final time because it could be useful to do, honestly. Oh, hi. Ooh. Ooh, they have health, these enemies. Ow. Okay. Whoop. Okay, I parried you. Ow. That missed. Totally whiffed. Ooh, okay, now what was that? The hell was that all about? Ow, the shield got me. Damn, it's the fact that you have like a little friend that makes you harder to actually defeat. Your little friend makes it a tad bit more difficult. Oh, wow, that's new. Interesting. I definitely don't think it did that before. It tells you the general area that the like map and, you know, fast travel things are. That is cool. Could you come over here and could I fight you without aggroing the other enemy? That's what I covet, yes. Okay, if I could just fight you solo, that's phenomenal. Uh-huh. There we go. New prey found. What do you have for me? Let us look. Not great prey. Hello. Dermanzel barged into Starmire. Guardsmith were deployed to prevent any more incursions. Okay, so that's a guardsmith. Ow. I didn't know you were attacking again. Whoa. Is that parryable? Doesn't look like it. That one is. No, you do not. Whoop, don't die. There we go. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I wouldn't mind your scythe if it's, like, you know, good. That could be an interesting thing to have in my repertoire. Don't be silly. If I wanted efficiency in battle, I would have handed you a generic boring sword. The point of the scythe is the dazzling dance required to use it. I don't know. I think as far as dance-based combat goes, I think, like, Kusarigama, chakrams, even bow staves are more majestic than scythe. I think scythe is overrepresented. I think scythe is very overrepresented in fantasy media. I mean, it's supposed to be like a farming implement, you know? And, like, obviously it's popularized by, like, the various portrayals of death, Thanatos, all that, usually having a scythe, but it would be kind of wieldy as far as combat is concerned, since it just has a blade on the one end, you know? Like, obviously these are getting to the specifics of how functional the weapon actually is, which usually fantasy does not care about the specifics of, but like, think about trying to fight someone in close quarters with a scythe that uses, like, or that has, like, heavy armor or something. Like, a scythe is not going to touch something like plate mail. That's just not happening. Like, you would basically just have to find their neck and hit that with the sharp bit. Just slit their throat effectively. But using, like, the rest of the scythe as, like, kind of like a bow staff to, like, kind of trip them up and stuff. Now that is cool, but usually scythes are not used in such a way. Ooh, hello. It's a Mara strand. All the way up there. I really want that map, though. Hi? Halt. Huh? Is that all? We were expecting more of you. Is this really all the help that the ranged First Smith of Hands managed to gather? Pathetic. From Palladium to this. Regardless, we are here to prevent any more miscreants from entering Starmire, while First Smith Marlissa deals with that deranged First Smith. They're not worth further conflict, Smith. It would be for your own good to leave now. Go on now, you are not welcome here. Perhaps not, but I like going where I'm not welcome. Your lowly rust. Fine, have it your way. Hi. Ooh, wow. Okay, you got me. Like, honestly, you got me. I had no idea what that attack was about. I think I saw you do it once earlier, so I was not ready for the slam and then the shockwave that follows. Shockwaves have always been what have given me the most trouble in video games. Like, consistently at all times. Shockwaves just destroy me. My brain does not function with them. Never have. Probably never will. Okay, I need to heal for sure. Oh, that's when you definitely need to break them when they do that. That's the easiest way to kill them, because they just die in one hit. Like, this is possible, but that's the easiest. For sure. Gorgeous area, I must say. Gives me, like, Blackreach from Skyrim vibes. Ooh, you can even, like, kind of see the cosmos back there. Look at that. That's so cool. God, look at how many layers there are to this background, too. 2D backgrounds in games are such an art. Like, just, you know, getting to effectively just create a, you know, a incredibly detailed painting that you have in the background to kind of show people what the area is all about is so cool. Oh, it's me! Wait, you stabbed backwards there. Go ahead and kill you. Is that a projectile that I can... Yes, it is. Alright, we've got a little mage character. Kinda looks like Manzel. Ooh, I like their look. Guardsmith from Starmire, armed with breath-woven tools based around the capability of Marlissa's Breath Crown. Marlissa? Guessing it would be Marlissa. That's what I think. But Lissa in, like... That sounds like two S's, I guess. Kind of like there's a character in Fire Emblem Awakening named Lissa. And I always said her name that way, but one S to me just sounds like Lisa. But, I feel like the character's name probably is not Marlisa. That sounds odd for the naming conventions of characters in this game. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is Marlisa. It just sounds too, I don't know, normal for this game. You know? Has a lot of weird, wild names for characters. I mean, the Mar obviously makes it different, but still. So I do have to dash for that one. There's nothing up there. Okay, I do need to heal. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Oh, I was paying attention to your projectiles. I didn't know you were attacking again, too. Those enemies really aren't that bad, but, knowing what I can and have to parry can be a little bit hard. All of those projectiles they're talking about where they say, like, some projectiles you can, parry back with this. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know which of those, what projectiles are included in that. Can you please just do the other attack? Thank you. There you go, you're dead. Okay, well you didn't do it in time, so you get to live. Because I don't want to have to wait for you to do all that jazz again. Oh god, I gotta... Ooh. Okay. Heal. Alright, not bothering with those two. I just want to get up here and fight this thing. Preferably with more health would be phenomenal. Whoa. Mm-hmm. Heal. That got you. Okay. Whew. They've got some health, those things. I will give them that. Get me up here. Whoop. Over there. Do one of these. Ooh. Is that something hiding? I got distracted by that. In the middle of the platform, there was like a little... It looked like a window slit you would see in like a castle for like archers to shoot through. Yeah, right there, you can see it. It's just like a little bar. I don't know if that's just a bit that's not filled in, or is that hinting that there's something hidden there. Frankly, am not positive. Okay. What am I looking at here? Oh, there it is. Good. That is what I covet. Area map unsealed. Skyrise. That reminds me. I might be able to look here. Yeah, abilities. Okay, there appears to be 2 abilities still left. So... that is something to keep in mind. Okay, now we can look at the map fully. Hello. That. You get me with that every time, huh? I always fall for it. I guess my friend with the shield died? I don't remember killing you. Oh, I shouldn't have healed. I should have used that. I mean, go in here since this looks like a more optional thing. Ooh, that is interesting. Huh. That is very new. And very interesting. I quite like that as a mechanic. Wow. Takes me back to playing like Yoshi's Island. Because Yoshi's Island has a lot of those like kind of auto-scroller levels where you're on like a platform. Immediately reminds me of that. For sure. This looks like a boss fight room? No? Okay. You say so. Would still love to give another weapon a shot. I do really like this weapon, but people have probably realized this about me. In a variety of games, especially Souls-likes, often I will get bored of my weapon and want to switch it around a lot. That's why I like having a lot of respecs and stuff, because yeah, I like changing things around and having more options and all of that jazz. So it helps me to be able to swap them around a bunch. Nothing hidden up here? Uh-huh, I thought so. I refused to believe that. Okay. Jump. Get me in there. There we go. More atrium for me. Not that I have a ton to spend it on right now. Wait, is there more up here? There is. There sure is. Hello. What is this then? What's all this then? Oh, XP? Better be a pretty substantial amount. 1,000's not bad. Okay. Nothing more interesting hanging out up here though, just that, yeah. Okay, I mean it's more of, wow, we're already, really? 71% of the way through this place? Either they're not hiding the secrets very well, or it's just a very small zone. I don't think I've found that much, though. I don't feel like I have. Okay, well that's a wall. Okay. Guess we should mark that, just in case. I think this is heading towards opening the pathway. Yeah, over there. There's a bunch of shortcuts and stuff to open up here. Get rid of you. Okay, I definitely want to deal with you first. There we go. Give me that. Good. Well, that worked. I took damage doing it, but it did work. My only issue with that attack is it's very good, but I do worry with how slow it is. Like, it is multiple hits, but it takes a long time for it to go off. I wonder if it's going to be very viable in boss fights. I do like it a lot, though. Like, it feels cool to use and everything. Which, cool factor gets many points with me. Along with just being a useful thing in general. Ooh, the sigil barrier I remember being a pretty good one. Okay, and that's cleared now. So now we just drop down here. And down here. Get more... Yeah, they're preparing me now. They're like, hey, we're giving you all these bloodroot chunks. You better decide on a weapon and stick with it at this point. There you go. Yeah, they definitely want me to just find a weapon and choose at this point. I still would like a ranged option weapon, because they seem quite strong. So it would potentially be helpful for like a, you know, final boss fight or anything like that. So maybe we could get one that, you know, it wouldn't get a ton of benefit from like the pliability, but we do have a ton of dexterity as well. And now I can warp. And we're 85% done with this area, which is significant. I want to go up here. What is this area up here I apparently never followed up on? Let me see. Up here. Didn't look like I could really... no. I don't know where my brain, where my train of thought was going with that. I was about to say, it didn't look like I could really do anything over here, but no, I've been up here before. I just might not have seen this pathway. Ooh. There we go. Oh, it's just up there. I just didn't see it. Yeah, just a Mara strand, but it is a luscious one. That's cool. Yeah, and then here, I don't really know that I'm missing anything there. 85%. I don't even think the Mara strands are considered for full completion, which is very interesting, considering it's like a main upgrade material. Although I guess the armor sets are more supplementary than anything. Oh, hello. I only realized that was there because I kind of tripped up walking across it. So I realized there was a little indent in the floor. Otherwise, I would not have even noticed that. So, cool that it mentioned, or that I tripped there, or I would have not seen it. Ow. That's a shame. I was doing so well. Boom, boom. Use that just to get over here. Jumpy. Then we go here. Make sure you dash. There we are. Really? I definitely don't need that at this point. I mean, I guess if you hadn't gotten the power that makes it where you don't take damage from that, it would be useful, but I would assume most people at this point would have that. Although that might have been an optional area that I found, but not everyone will have found yet. So, because there's plenty of things like that that other people probably found early, but I found late, because everybody's taking different paths. More force is definitely welcome. Thank you. Do like having a bigger threshold for that. That was a pretty easy secret to miss, too. But that's 92%, so we're probably walking into the boss fight, like, right here. Yeah. Considering how much we've cleared, and we're close to a, save point, I would not be surprised at all if this was the boss fight. Uh-huh. I like this mechanic. This is cool. I enjoy it. Well, I hope this isn't the boss fight, because having to do this every single time, this little auto-scroller, that would be kind of a pain. This is your walk to the boss every time. I feel like most games are generally doing away with, you know, like corpse runs and boss walks at this point, though. Silksong kinda did, although it did have some areas where I know a lot of people were like, wow, the walk to this boss sucks. I definitely had a few areas like that, but I don't remember being stuck on any of the bosses for too terribly long, so it wasn't that much of a problem. All the bosses in Silksong felt very fair. Okay. Oh, yeah, Skyrise is 100% finished. Okay, it was just an easy zone. Oh, that's not another breakable floor. Hello, Manzel. I hear you're causing trouble over here. You are raising hell, as they say. You! How dare you? Have you no shame, no self-respect? Waltzing into Starmire just like that? Unbelievable. Smith these cycles, completely out of touch with the glimmer and glow of a good dress. I mean, I do appreciate your purple, and yeah, you can give me a dress. Not to mention you're not even the first to have recently disgraced Starmire with barely a frill to your outfit. There was another barely a couple of colors ago, all green. My god, they really sculpted you with some hips, didn't they? That's not to say you are much better, but... all green? Absolutely horrendous, truly. Well, what are you still standing here for? Go back from whence you came. I'm not even all green, I've got some orange. Well, I tried. Ugh. Bye. Better be fetching us some snacks. I mean, it better be fetching me that outfit. That's what I want. Give me that fit. If you want me to look nice, give me the clothes. Ooh, the choir. Oh, the choir. Sounds beautiful. What do we want to upgrade here? Paint parry. What does this one do? Parrying an attack damages other nearby enemies. Physical rage attacks become more powerful. 20% less damage while shape-shifting. Dash counter or dash absorb. Right before getting hit, restores 4, shortens the recovery time between dashes. Ooh, that would be good. Right before getting hit, increases the damage of the next weapon attack within 1.5 seconds by 20%. That's pretty good. It doesn't go from diverging either. It doesn't scale with diverging. Extra damage, increased parry projectile. Right before getting hit, restores paint. Below the force bonus threshold, deals extra damage. I want to shorten the recovery time between dashes. And then I think I would want this. Attack dash. Force regeneration speed is probably pretty good too. Yeah, let's go with that. That is a beautiful choir in this area. Like, I definitely think that's where Grime is strongest in my opinion. It has its own sort of very distinct look and vibe to it because everything is so otherworldly and weird. You know, it's not like particularly seated in any real world comparisons because like Blasphemous, it's like, oh, obviously, you know, it's like religion, Catholicism, it's steeped in a lot of that stuff. Hollow Knight is, you know, steeped in like bugs and stuff like that, but a lot of Grime is just like very unknowable and weird. I guess that would make it, you know, kind of connected to like cosmic horror and those sorts of things, especially with the focus on color in that, but a lot of the enemy designs in Grime are very cool and you wouldn't see them in a lot of other games, and the background work I feel they super shine in as well. The gameplay can get a little bit janky at times. I mean, this did just release and they are actively patching it and stuff. But yeah, I think art and stuff is really where this game shines, and like enemy design. It has some really fun ones, so hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.